Greetings petrolheads and welcome to the second part of our explanation of the Assetto Corsa Competizione ratings. Yes, this is the second part. If you are interested in learning about the ratings from TR track competence round and round until PC pace, check the description of this video because there's the link to the first part. Today we're gonna talk about the ratings S.E.E. to CP, safety, racecraft, and maybe a little bit of competition, who knows. In case you're wondering, yes, there was a shorter video explaining all of the ratings in one go, but after KUNOS sent me corrections, for which I am eternally thankful, I expanded the original video and it got so long that we made two parts out of it. We had been talking about the different color codes and about the system set up by KUNOS, where when you reach 50% of a given rating, the next rating opens up and you're able to collect percentage on that rating. The last one that we discussed in the first video was pace. Reach 50% of the pace rating and yeah. The next one opens up, which is the safety rating. No, pay attention. The safety rating is a long story. The safety rating is the first that is going to measure your performance in single player mode and in multiplayer mode, when the multiplayer mode comes, which is not active yet. First, you have to prove yourself against the AI before you are allowed to multiplay. What KUNOS will do with the safety rating, and I quote, they're gonna measure accidents per opportunity to do so, and this will result in a trust rating. If you're racing alone all the time, nobody in front of you, nobody behind you, you won't have any opportunity to do any accident, which is good for you, but it won't help your safety rating that much. If you're always in tight situations fighting against other racers, AI or real people, and you don't have any accidents, your safety rating will go high at a very fast pace. I don't know blank pain that much, but it seems that there is something called behavioral warning points, what a word, and Assetto Corsa Competizione has set up online behavioral warning points. For these OBWPs, contacts and accidents will be measured based on their severity. Have a little kiss with another car and nothing happens. This is racing. This is GT racing. Whenever you race GTs, you're gonna have some contact. Have a contact with another car. Push it out of the track. This is not good. Have a contact with another car. Push it so that this one has a contact with another car and results maybe in a cascading accident. This is very bad and it's not gonna help your rating. In time, the safety rating will also be color coded. Green meaning that you're getting a higher trust level. Red, you got a behavioral warning or you did some overdriving somewhere. This hasn't been coded yet into the sim, but expect it to come soon enough. Not in the next build though. They're working on multiplayer a lot. Be aware that KUNO's goal here is not deciding who the guilty party is. It's difficult enough for humans in real racing situations, having multiple videos, telemetry and whatnot to decide that. So imagine how incredibly difficult it is for any computerized system. Now regarding the OBWPs, online behavioral warning points. It can happen that you're in a situation where you produce an accident or are part of an accident. If your trust rating is high, this won't affect your safety rating that much. What KUNOS is trying to do here is compare your trust against your OBWPs and finding out if you're somebody who likes to crash into others a lot, or even if it's a heavy accident, if it's something that happened this once or happens sporadically. Accidents happen in racing. I wish they would take that into consideration in, I don't know, Formula 1. Verstappen One of the goals of KUNOS here is, of course, setting up a rating and putting you at the right place when going multiplayer, but also to offer you as the driver an analysis of the error or errors that you have done so that you can better yourself. KUNOS themselves consider safety rating to be advisory and not a way to punish racers. Your trust rating goes high the more you race against others in tight situations without issues. All in all, the safety rating wants to detect clean driving, and KUNOS is trying to set it up so that rookies and part-time sim racers, most of us, can still get a good safety rating. Repeat after me, reach 50% of safety rating and you move to Racecraft rating. Racecraft rating is gonna show you and others how good you are. Your position at the end of a race is only a very small part of it. One thing that KUNOS have said that they want to do is that the fight for a position is gonna impact your racecraft rating more than the position at the end of the race. It's gonna start measuring what you do when you get into what they will consider a fight, and that is when you are at about 3 or 4 tenths of a second from another racer, be it a racer in front of you or a racer behind you. And it's going to stop measuring when one of the racers is 1 to 1.5 seconds away from the other. It's going to be based on the rating of the two contendants. If you are of a lower rating than the racer in front of you and are able to keep the pace of the racer in front of you or even surpass that one, your racecraft rating is gonna go higher, while the racecraft rating of your contendant is gonna go lower. KUNOS have said that they're gonna do tiny adjustments, so it's not as if the other one is at 60 and you're at 50, at the end of the race you're gonna be at 60 and he or she is gonna be at 50. But still, if you show yourself able to fight against somebody with a higher rating, you'll gain points. Vice versa, if you are fighting against somebody with a lower rating and are not able to get away from that racer, you're gonna lose in tiny adjustments, but still lose racecraft rating, and your contendant is gonna win tiny racecraft rating. These will be true for multiplayer, but AIs have racecraft rating too, so single player performance also counts. And let's not forget that while it's not the most important point, your position at the end of the race will still influence your racecraft rating. I suppose that reaching 50% in the racecraft rating moves you to competition rating. But as you can see in the picture, competition rating is to be announced. We don't know anything yet. I suppose KUNOS does, but they're not telling yet. These may be something for official races? We don't know. This is the whole story about how the rating system indicators go in Assetto Corsa Competizione. One thing that is very clear is it will make many of us practice, practice, practice. What did the musician say when asked by the tourist how to get to Wembley Stadium? Practice, practice, practice. I think that for some or even many of us, it will be a very addictive thing because, of course, we all want to be better than the day before. And it will also show dedication and even force some kind of dedication as you have to work your way forward. I'm already planning my work calendar around Assetto Corsa Competizione. Aren't you? One point, don't get too attached to the numbers, KUNOS has already reset the numbers a couple of times because on the early access they are using all the data to fine-tune their system and to find out if their system is well set up. You may have noticed that after this weekend your CC and CN ratings went up by some points. This is because KUNOS tweaked on them to scale them better. You may be asking yourself, this is a complex system. Did they buy somebody from iRacing, or do they have a highly skilled mathematician? A little bit of sim racing history. There was a time, not too long ago, when there was a small application that you could put on an Assetto Corsa server called minor rating. Minor rating had a way of measuring how good you were on the track and how safe you were in racing against others. Now, about 4 months ago, because of the European Data Protection Directive called GDPR and the fear that in Germany these would be abused by lawyers, Meinelin, as is his handle in the online world, stopped supporting minor rating and said that he would step back from minor rating. Why am I telling you this? Because KUNOS was clever enough to take Meinelin under their wings, offered him a job for the rating system of Assetto Corsa Competizione. Congratulations to Meinelin for setting up minor rating, which was a good system, even if not perfect. Second, for getting a job with Assetto Corsa Competizione. And third, because if this system works as designed, it's gonna be a very interesting rating system. And also, lots of thanks to Meinelin for taking the time not only to explain the ratings, but also to discuss with the racers what the goal is, to discuss any issues that the racers may have, and for engaging in a very fruitful conversation with the community. And yeah, thanks again. You cannot thank people enough to Meinelin, because imagine who's been helping me understand the ratings and who has corrected the errors in the first video. Thank you, Meinelin. And thank you very much to KUNOS for giving Meinelin the time to engage the community. Whoa, look at the time. I gotta go practice a little bit more because my rating is not where I wanted it to be. What do you think about this rating system? Do you think it's gonna make us sim racers better? Do you think it's gonna make multiplayer races safer and more interesting? Let me know what you think in the comments. That would be all for now. If you liked this video and my explanations, please be so kind and applaud by leaving a like. If you want to see more of us, and we're publishing at least 2 videos per week, subscribe and don't forget to click on the bell. And until next time, save fuel, take pickup, and we'll see each other at the podium. Visit romrom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing fans.